I love seeing you folks in the morning. I uh, I really love my breakfast crew that shows up every day. It's a good time to get a cup of coffee from investor schooling and to share the day with some remarkable people. And I'm thrilled when people show up. Now, this is a busy weekend coming up. A bunch of people are probably going off for Memorial Day to celebrate and do things. It looks wonderful outside in the wonderful shades of Pennsylvania, and it looks like it's going to be a really nice weekend. So we're going to quote take off for 3 days, and maybe we'll get some rest and relaxation a little bit, but things are going on. Things are happening. Lots of stuff going on. And if we're in the middle of a campaign, we can't really afford to lose 3 days. So we've got to really kick things up for the Impact Factor movie project. I'll give you a quick update here right at the top. The current update is we're only $400 away from our $16,000 funded milestone. Hey, Christy, great to see you this morning. Thanks for coming by. I hope you're going to have a wonderful holiday weekend. Have a time to just celebrate the start of summer, maybe. And that is, happy Friday. Joel Comm and I are doing something interesting this evening. We'd love to have you join us. We are going to do a Facebook Live. The way that Joel does it is through Be Live software, which allows us to bring on guests and share people. So I'd love to have as many of the people who are supporting this Impact Factor movie project to be able to come on live with us and to discuss the reasons that they are backing this program, exactly why they want to be involved in this marvelous movement to really help people see what a difference they make, what an impact they make just by existing, and then how they can leverage art, science, and technology to make that impact so much bigger, like we're doing with the Impact Factor movie. And we've got lots of things that are going on and lots of things that are happening. I've been having conversations. Last night I was on the phone with Bob Yeager talking about sponsorships. And yesterday morning I was talking to the amazing Mitch Axelrod about sponsorships. So sponsorships are on my mind. How do you get sponsors for an independent film project? We've got lots and lots of opportunities to partner with businesses, big corporations, foundations, nonprofit organizations, but how do you make that happen? We've got a couple of tips here today from Bill, I guess his name is Varoskovic, Varoskovic. Hey, Byron, how are you? Great to see you this morning. We're just talking about how do you get sponsors for an independent film project, because I've been talking to people. Now, my problem is just time. I don't have time to do everything that I need to do. I'm already waking up at 3 o'clock in the morning, and I'm up and working, and I'm going till 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock at night, and that makes for a really short night, and then we start all over again the next day. So we've got so much stuff going on. It's hard for me to organize and partner with businesses, corporations, foundations, and nonprofit organizations. So how do we make that happen? And here are a few tips from Bill. He says, make a list of groups that you could approach to fund your project. Large companies are often required to distribute funds to the arts. That's an interesting thing that most people don't think about. And the people that are actually dispensing these funds, it's not like investing in something where you're putting your personal risk at your personal funds at risk. What you're doing is you're required to distribute those funds to the arts, and you just have to pick the best opportunities. And we've got lots of opportunities within the Impact Factor movie. So if you're shooting a film in a local area, you can check around the shooting location. Of course, the Impact Factor movie is all centered around Philadelphia. So lots of people and businesses that are in that 5-mile radius around Philadelphia City Hall, or just interested in supporting that community and making the city and the world better, might be interested in funding at least part of our project. There are many film organizations also, like Women Make Movies, that are looking to help newer creative talent get sponsored. We have a lot of diversity within this project. We've got a lot of women roles. We've got all kinds of exciting things that are in this project that groups or organizations might want to encourage. So the next step, according to Bill, is to draft a letter that you can send to potential sponsors that tells them about who you are and the project that you hope to create. And it should outline what the movie is about, your experience as a filmmaker, description of what you hope to achieve by creating the film. And it basically allows the potential sponsor to become comfortable with you and develop a relationship with you. We all know how important developing a relationship is. This first impression can also be made in person, but you still need materials to leave with them. So we're putting together some packages of materials for sponsors right now. And then you collect data about potential viewers of the film. So a sponsor is going to want to know what who they're reaching, what the demographic is. So we can analyze statistics from other films that are like ours, or any film festivals that we might attend or something like that. We can look at their data, and then that may be helpful in convincing a group that they're maximizing their money investing in this particular project. And then we create a budget that allows the sponsor to see how we intend to spend the money. So some groups have restrictions on what the money can be used for, so we just need to give them an idea of exactly where we're going to spend the money, just like we did when we presented our project on Kickstarter for the Kickstarter campaign. And then we need to be able to provide a presentation to interested groups that will specifically explain what they should expect to receive as a sponsorship. Some groups will not need anything in return. Other companies may ask you for product placement or pair their product within your movie, offer banners and signs at film-related events to smaller sponsors. We can do all kinds of things like that. We have a nonprofit organization that's highly featured within the film, so why couldn't it be a real nonprofit organization that we partner with, and we can reach their audience, and we can help build more people that may be interested in donating to their nonprofit organization, or be willing to volunteer or contribute, become part of their community. So we really want to make it personal. We want to let people that we're anxious to hear from them, and that the opportunities have a time stamp on them, because as you know, if you make any offer to anyone, our default position as human beings is just to procrastinate, right? To do nothing. Hey, Nick, we're just talking about sponsorships and film opportunities. So I just went through a few suggestions about that. We're really interested with the Impact Factor movie in involving the community and businesses in that area, nonprofit companies and corporations and foundations that serve this area, because we have many opportunities to highlight those organizations, both within the script and within the events that we plan to muster. So tapping into their audience is a powerful, powerful way to get broader reach for the Impact Factor movie, and also to build funding for the movie project. So that's one of the many, many things we're exploring. If you know people in the community that would be interested, I've been talking to Bob Yeager, who's done a lot of work in this arena, working with foundations and organizations to build sponsorships and work with people collaboratively. And we're definitely interested in pursuing those opportunities. Also, I have a special guest that's coming to the June 5th Mastermind. Mitch Axelrod is an amazing, amazing mind. He wrote the book called The New Game of Selling, so he's a master of sales. He's a master of business, and he's a thought leader. He really has a strong sense of what our values are and how we can leverage the way that every person works and the way that our values play into what we do and don't do. And we were talking about sponsorships too, and he's interested in working with us in order to create some sponsorship opportunities. He's going to be at the mastermind that the Impact School of Marketing is actually scheduled for June 5th. And then we're thinking about getting together on June 6th in the morning to maybe meet with some businesses that may be interested in partnering with the Impact Factor movie to see what the synergies might be between their organizations and between the Impact Factor movie project, how we can work together to have a bigger impact in the world together, both on their bottom line, in their, potentially customer retention, all kinds of things, reactivating the people that are within their organization. Lots of things that we can do to work with these groups to make something special happen. So if you know businesses in the area and you want to get involved in that, definitely let me know, because we're trying to set something on that up right now. So let me give you the crowdfunding update. We're only $400 away from our $16,000 funded milestone. So who's going to put us over? We got $15,600 pledged as of this morning. We got 70% funded of our $22,000 minimum goal. So we need to reach that goal, because remember, Kickstarter is all or nothing. We have to get over that minimum goal. And then we've got all kinds of things coming up. I've been talking to some amazing people about some bonuses that we can add in to keep it going, because we're in the middle of what we call the dead zone. Hey, TC Cooper, great to see you. Shirley, great to see you. Nick Petros, great to see you. Brian, Ian Welsh, great to see you. And Christy Sales, of course, great to see you too. So amazing people are involved in this this group. We're closing in on close to 400 people in the Impact Factor movie social media team. Kickstarter ranked us number 7 out of about 70,000 film and video projects on Earth, as ranked by popularity when we first kicked it off. But this is a marathon, and we're only down to 19 days left. So everything has to happen in those 19 days that we have left, or nothing happens, because Kickstarter's all or nothing. So anything that you can do to help get early attention and backers would be wonderful. It's all about creating momentum through what we call the dead zone. So we got off to a real big bang start. That's good. That was by design. We wanted to hit the ground running, and we were lucky enough to be able to do that through some careful strategy and preparation and getting all the things done that we needed to get done. And we've got some things planned for the middle part. We beat the averages. We're ahead of 99% of Kickstarter campaigns already, and we've still got 19 days to go, but you just can't slack up during one of these things. So people were asking about, when does your credit card get charged, So if you're backing a project on Kickstarter, your credit card does not get charged until the project actually reaches its funding deadline. If they don't hit the goal, your card is never charged. So there's an article in the notes talking about that if you're interested. And we would love to have you join our Impact Factor movie social media team. I'll put the link here in the notes here. Let me just, let me put it in right now. Did I get that right? I don't know if I did or not. Maybe not. Hang on just one second. Copy. Hey, Bob, great to see you this morning. All kinds of things going on. So if you haven't joined the social media team, we're trying to get those, we got another milestone coming up there, 400 people. We'd love to have you join us and have some wonderful relationships so you can see how to build Kickstarter for your own campaign by doing it. Would love to have you do that. Tonight, we're having a Facebook Live party with Joel Com, social media influencer, all kinds of good stuff. Joel's been a great friend for a lot of years. So we're trying to get as many people as we can on the call. It's going to be at 7 p.m. Eastern time tonight. So mark it on your calendar. I'll actually put the link in the notes here in the comments, and there's a little reminder button that you can click on. So if you click on that link right now, a little pop-up button will come on, and it says, you know, if you're interested, you can get a reminder. Click that button, and then if you're on Facebook, when at 7 o'clock, you'll get a little reminder, and it'll say, hey, they're live. Come on down, join us. We want to pull as many people as we can, supporters for the movie project, to talk about, you know, why they're backing this project. We need to let people know about this movement. We need to blast this out to the world, because guess what? There are 7 billion people, even though it seems like I've been blasting this out everywhere. It's a constant go, 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 you know, promote, promote, promote. So many people don't know what's going on. I just had an interview with Kathy Mason that is down in my personal feed too. If you missed that, you might want to go back and watch it. The reason you want to watch it is, you know, Kathy was learning things about the Impact Factor movie that she had no idea. And she'd been following, listening, paying attention, but so much that she missed. You know, there's a story behind the story. There's a story behind the story of what inspired this story. So Hawthorne and Emil had a great story. So there's a story behind this, a live story, a real story, something that actually happened, in which Hawthorne and Emil came to one of my workshops, and he was telling the story that inspired the Impact Factor movie. So if you're interested in going deep with the Impact Factor, that movie, that's an amazing thing. You know, people are out there talking. They're raving about this on social media. If you haven't seen the comments, there are comments from Joel Comm, Mark Joyner, Larry Steinhaus, Vicky Helm, Jenny Mannion, Bob Yeager, Tom Beal, Onyx Singal. The list just goes on and on and on of people that are raving about this project. You never know when you put something out there exactly what the reaction is going to be, but people are excited about this. Let me show you a little bit from the trailer if you haven't seen it.
Start walking one direction. Every cross street, flip a penny. Heads go right, tails go left. No telling where you will end up.
There's a 5-mile radius around Philadelphia City Hall where residents from all walks of life are searching for power, peace, and forgiveness. The smallest series of actions about to change everything. You can choose to help, or you can choose to lie.
You take care of me, I'll take care of you.
But as the mayor's chief of staff, there's no getting around it.
The mayor will now take your question.
You make a difference, whether you want to or not, and your choice matters more than you can ever imagine. It's only 4 miles from City Hall to the Badlands, but they're worlds apart. The impact of your smallest actions lasts forever, and there's no way to stop it.
When you do something for the right reasons, nothing bad happens.
This is your defining political rule? Want me to shoot a few holes in it?
There could be a few exceptions.
Destiny drifting has been implicated in the political strong-arming of Sam Robinson.
Nothing about justice is black and white. The only way to get control is to take it.
Life is like a penny walk. You're going in one direction, but at every corner, you get a choice.
So that's just a hint of what we can do working together. Now, that was done for zero budget, so just imagine what we can do if we get some funding locked in for the Impact Factor movie. Lots of things that we can do working together, and that's why we're doing this. You know, Kickstarter is not all of the funding opportunities that we have. We've got some private investors that are interested in the movie. We're looking for sponsorships within the Philadelphia community and the greater international community that want to bring hope to many people. There are lots of opportunities that we have to spread a message that we all make a difference, whether we want to or not, and that we can have a huge impact by leveraging art, science, and technology to make that difference. It's the small actions that make a big impact in the world. And we're trying to spread that message with this story of interconnected lives. You know, it's all based within a 5-mile radius of Philadelphia City Hall, and people from all walks of life exist in that community, from the power brokers of City Hall to people who are feeling helpless on the streets of Kensington or Fairhill, those neighborhoods that are drug infested and that are full of hopelessness and despair. And sometimes those people interact, and certainly we show the connections and the power that we all have as individuals to have a big impact by sharing those interconnections and the way that our actions ripple down through the incredible people that live on this earth. You know, there's a real story behind this. Let me just give you a little bit of the background of exactly, you know, what is going on with the Impact Factor movie if you don't have that.
It's a pretty tough world out there. Maybe you'd like to pretend it isn't so, but there's no denying the truth. You make a difference whether you want to or not, even if you choose to do nothing. I'm Ken McArthur, the producer of the Impact Factor movie, a drama about people from all walks of life who live and work within a 5-mile radius of Philadelphia City Hall. In this tiny area, the power brokers of City Hall coexist with the residents of some of the most drug-infested areas of the country. These people are just like you and me, deep in the search for power, peace, forgiveness, and meaning in a very noisy world. The Impact Factor movie was inspired by a Jamaican immigrant who told me his story. A young woman from his neighborhood told him she needed $5,000.
What do I care? I know you don't. What I do know is Judge says come with $5,000 by Tuesday or he's sending me up to state prison.
His neighbors told him it was a scam and to ignore her, but he made the choice to get involved. As a result of this quiet man's persistence, a ring of extortionists that included a corrupt judge, assistant DA, and a parole officer was brought down, and countless young people were spared. Produced in the style of movies like Crash, Magnolia, and Grand Canyon, this movie shows how connections between diverse people in a tight geographic area create the huge impact our small actions have on the people around us. To research the movie, I personally went undercover as a rideshare driver in the Badlands of Philadelphia. As a former police officer, I experienced worlds of hate and fear from the side of law enforcement, but this time I wanted to see that world directly through the eyes of the people that live in these communities. I worked with a 3-time Academy Award-winning screenwriter and producer of over 30 films to refine the screenplay. We conducted auditions for the trailer and received over 2,700 applications for several key roles. I've been working towards this for years, and I have a lot of skin in the game, but I can't do it alone. Working together, we can do so much more than we ever could apart. Filmmaking is expensive, and it's a very challenging project. The main way that you can help is through a financial contribution. We already have some substantial support, but we need more to close the budget gap. Our rewards are about including you on the team and making you part of the impact community. If you can empathize with that, this is the project for you. If you know one person can make a difference, this is the project for you. And for those of you who don't live and work in Hollywood, if you've always wanted to be involved in a film, this is your opportunity to make that happen. You can also help by spreading the word, because the more people who get involved in this project, the better it's going to be. Take care, and thank you for watching.
So that's a little bit of the behind the scenes kind of thing. What's going on, the story behind the story. Good morning, Joy Porter-Bond. Good morning, Larry Steinhaus, traveling in from his cruise ship. I hope you're having a great time out there, Larry. We're keeping the fires burning here. We had a great session last night and doing all kinds of exciting things. I was going to tell Larry that we had conversations with both Bob Yeager and Mitch Axelrod, who's going to be at our June 5th meeting of the Impact School of Marketing. and we're talking about sponsorships today. We had a lot of information at the top of the hour, and possibly Mitch is going to stick around on Wednesday, and maybe we can put together some people from the community and see what we can do to lock into some sponsorships on that. Let's see, that would be June the 6th, but we'll talk about that when you get back. Lots of exciting things going on with the Impact Factor movie. Let me just give you a quick update if you've missed it. I mentioned this at the top of the hour. We are certainly looking for sponsors for the Impact Factor movie project. If you're interested in sponsoring, or you know somebody that might be interested in a business, a corporation, a foundation, any of those organizations, let's talk about that. Crowdfunding update is we're only $400 away from our 16K funded milestone. So that's our next milestone, is getting this to 16K funded. Who's going to put us over? We're at $15,600 pledged, 70% funded, which is that's of our minimum goal of $22,000. We got 73 backers so far. We got 19 days to go. So we had a lot of success coming out the gate. We were ranked at number 7 out of 70,000 Kickstarter film and video projects on the earth as ranked by popularity. Boy, I'm going to die now. Excuse me. Let me have this good investor schooling coffee. Thank you, Larry Steinhaus. So we really hit the ground running with this project, but we're in a marathon. We only got 19 days left. Everything has to happen in those 19 days or nothing happens, because Kickstarter is all or nothing. I've got people out there predicting now that we'll be able to reach 200% of our goal. We're going to see how that goes. Anything that you can do to help to get early attention and backers would be wonderful. It's all about creating momentum. Now that we've had it in the early part of the campaign, we need to keep it going through what they call the dead zone. The dead zone is usually, most activity in a Kickstarter campaign is at the beginning and at the very end when you get down to the deadline. Then people kick back in. In the middle is what they call the dead zone. So we've got some surprises coming up, some great bonuses that we're working on with people to get people incentivized in the middle of this campaign. So watch that. So we've got some exciting stuff coming up tonight. You can always join our social media team. We would love to have you join our social media team. We're up to we're headed for 400 people in that group, almost 400 people. So if you want to join us, that would be wonderful. But tonight we're doing a live Facebook party with Joel Comm at 7 p.m. Eastern. And so mark that in your calendar. We want to get as many supporters as possible on the live broadcast. We're going to talk about why you're backing this project. We're going to share some of the stories of impact. We get a chance to actually bring people on live because Larry uses the Be Live system, which allows us to bring in guests. If you want to get involved in that, click on, I just put in the comments the link to watch the live video. You can get a reminder. Just click on that little button there and get a reminder. Let people know about this movement. Blast it out to the world. Go to my Facebook feed and definitely take a look at some of the comments from other people. You may want to share a lot of those posts that are in my Facebook feed because they've been building up. We've got a cup of coffee campaign, to encourage people. It doesn't matter whether it does matter, but we value even $1 contributions. You can give anything on Kickstarter, anywhere from $1 up to $10,000 or more. And we would love to have you do that. Of course, we have some great incentives, but it's not always about the incentive. It's about getting behind a project that you really, really believe in. And we would love to have you make that stuff happen. We have some great, graphics that we can show people. So if you want to download graphics, you can get them on the Kickstarter page. Download some of these graphics and share those graphics out because we're trying to give you materials that may keep the interest going. And then we've got lots of other stuff going on. You would think I have absolutely nothing going on in my life, but that's not the case, because boom, we've got the Impact School of Marketing stuff coming up. And that's always a lot of fun. Made a lot of impact there. And we've got coming up on the 5th, a great session, a mastermind with some amazing people. And we're working in this wonderful classroom here at the Impact School of Marketing. And we've got a mastermind during the day. And then we have a wonderful group of people that are coming in to be with us, including Mitch Axelrod, who is a true thought leader. This is somebody that you want to be connected with. We've got brilliant people coming in from all walks of life, and you get to focus in on your goals, your ideas, your projects. This is a time for you to shine. If you've ever had, it's like getting $100,000 worth of consulting from people that charge thousands of dollars an hour, and they're focused on your project. Dan Zatofsky is going to be there. He's an amazing real estate investor. He's spending time with us there. We're really happy about that. Larry Steinhaus is going to be there, also another brilliant mind. Mitch Axelrod, he's taught at Harvard. I mean, this guy is sharp. I mean, he's reached millions of people through radio, television, teleconferences, webcasts, audio training, all kinds of stuff. He's written hundreds of articles, reports. He's consulted with Fortune 500 countries, small businesses, individuals. He helps people increase sales and profits to derive more fun, fulfillment, and satisfaction from work. Who doesn't like that stuff? I mean, he teaches people all about the new game of selling. He teaches people how to generate additional income. And as a matter of fact, Mitch has helped more than 1 million people and thousands of companies generate $2.5 billion of additional income. That's pretty impressive. He's been on the stage with a who's who of people. He's got a new book, The New Game of Business. So he's all about the new game, what's happening today. You can get details on the event at impactschoolofmarketing.com/one day. I'll paste that into the comments too, just so that you know what's going on. Now, our students get this as part of a package of world-class classroom instruction and the masterminds, working with some of the top thought leaders in the industry. And then also at this time, we've got some personal mentoring thrown in from me. I don't know how much longer I'll be able to do that, but for now, if you get into the Impact School of Marketing right now, we offer 6-month programs because I love that interaction over an extended period of time, and we would love to have you join us. Now, you can join us as a student. If you're a student, then you can come and you get all that as part of your package. If you're not a student, we can give you a sneak peek. And the sneak peek, you just go to impactschoolofmarketing.com/one day. It's only $97 for the entire day, so it's a no-brainer to spend it with those kind of people. Plus, you can join us in the evening for a special Impact School of Marketing class as my personal guest. We go from 7 till about 9. You get a sample of the powerful instruction. It won't cost you a thing. Just register. There's a registration button right on the main site at Impact School of Marketing to register for that class if you can't attend the full one-day mastermind. Now, I really encourage you to attend the entire thing. Spend a day, do a marathon, hold your spot. Get in on this amazing community of people. And then you can join our Facebook group too and be notified of what's coming up, all this exciting stuff. We've had people fly in from Oregon. We've had people come in from Virginia. We had 5 states at the last meeting. And as a matter of fact, you can attend virtually too if you want to sign up. And you can't get to the suburbs of Philadelphia to our physical school. You can still come. The way that you can come is through a Zoom call. So We will tap you right in. You'll get the full effect just like you were sitting there in the room. And then, of course, last night, we just had another investor schooling class. We have them every Thursday night at 7 p.m. These classes are great for people who want to learn about real estate investing and stock option trading. And you can get in for a free class as my personal guest, but you do need to register at investorschooling.com. Hey, Ruth Ann Wood, so great to see you. We were just talking about the Impact Factor movie and all of the things that are going on. We're talking about sponsorships. So if you know of anybody that is a business person, a nonprofit organization, a corporation, a foundation, there are all kinds of opportunities to partner with the Impact Factor movie. So how do we make that happen? We're developing a list of groups right now that we could approach to help partner with our project. A lot of times large companies are often required to distribute films to the arts. So we have those kind of opportunities. We're shooting in the Philadelphia area, so we know that businesses around that area may be interested in being involved in this project. We have a nonprofit organization that's highly featured in the film. Why not have it be a real organization? And we have lots of film organizations that we can approach, like Women Make Movies, that are looking to help newer creative talent get sponsored. So there's all kinds of opportunities for the people in this that are connected with the Impact Factor movie to generate organizations that may be interested in sponsoring it. So we're putting together materials that we can send to potential sponsors, and we're really looking at what the demographic of our film will be, and how we can reach how many people with a simple message of hope, but also an opportunity for people to get involved in the programs that other organizations are doing. So we are doing some work around that. If you know of any things like that, we're going to try and get some people together on June the 6th if they're interested in partnering with us, and see if we can't make something happen there. We're only $400 away from our $16,000 funded milestone. That's our next milestone. Thanks to Tina, thanks to Ruth Ann, thanks to all the people that are here with us today. Thanks to Larry Steinhaus, so many people that have dropped by this morning. Thanks so much, Joy Porter Bond. Really appreciate your support of this project. Bob Lovinger joined us. Fantastic support for this. T.C. Cooper, thanks so much for your support. Shirley Lowell, Nick Petros, Byron, Ian Welsh was here. Christy Sales was here. Fantastic people that are out there helping us every single day to spread a simple message of hope by getting people involved in what we're doing right now. It really does make a difference, whether you can donate $1 or you can donate $10,000. You definitely want to get involved. Get involved in the community. So if you're interested in real estate investment or stock options, you can come and attend a free class. If you want to get involved in the Impact School of Marketing, you can definitely join our Facebook group. We would love to have you do that. If you want to be part of our social media team for the Impact Factor movie, you definitely can do that. There are so many opportunities to get involved in what we are doing right now. Now, one of the things that I definitely want you to do if you're involved at all in the Impact Factor movie is if you can get on the live Facebook party tonight with Joel Comm at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. I know it's the holiday weekend, but if you can do it, just click on the reminder links for that event and get reminded when we go on. So maybe you'll be recovering from supper tonight. You'll want to get people involved. And then, of course, always, there are 7 billion people on the earth that do not know about what we're doing with the Impact Factor movie right now. So if you can spread the word, we really, really appreciate it. You can go to my Facebook feed and take a look down through some of the posts, share some of those posts out, get our coffee campaign going, encourage people to back this project. it makes a huge, huge difference. Thanks so much for hanging in there with me and having this amazing time together. It's always great to see those wonderful welcome faces. You know, get notified. There's a little link usually on there somewhere that says get notified when Ken goes online. I've been going online Monday through Friday every single day at 8 o'clock unless something disastrous happens. So I try to get these updates out to you as much as I can so we can all be informed. Thank you for being you. Thank you for making a difference. Thank you for doing the small things that have such a huge impact in the lives of so many people. You make a difference whether you want to or not, and you certainly are making a difference in my life. I appreciate you so much. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. Go out there and kill it today. See you soon.